Hey guys, so I'm starting a reading vlog. I've actually started a few of these over the past few months, but I've just done the first opening clip and then not done anything else, but I'm committed this time. I will be doing a full reading vlog, and it's actually spurred by the Barnes & Noble book sale. So I saw it on Instagram last night that all their hardcovers are 50% off. So we're gonna head to a store now and see what we can find. And also I just got my COVID booster this morning, like 30 minutes ago. So we'll kind of just see how I feel for today and tomorrow. I've heard like mixed things about people having symptoms, side effects from it. So anyway, that's the journey we're on this week. And it is the week between Christmas and New Year's, so it's kind of a weird week. So I don't really know what I have planned for reading, but first thing is I just need to go see what books I can get at my local Barnes & Noble. So that's what we're gonna go do right now. Alright, so I have a little update. I went to Barnes & Noble, but I didn't film anything. First of all, it was so busy in there. I've never seen a Barnes & Noble that busy before. Also, I was just overwhelmed with everything and I couldn't even find anything that I wanted to buy, so I ended up just leaving without getting anything. So kind of a disappointment. And then I came home and I thought I'm gonna make a list together and check the availability at a different Barnes & Noble and then like have a game plan going in. But I was just comparing prices from Amazon to Barnes & Noble, and even discounted, like Amazon prices are still the same. Like they're at the discounted rate already as Barnes & Noble. So there was really only one book I'm like kind of interested in getting a copy of, but I don't think it's worth it to go out again. So yeah, that wasn't as exciting as I thought it would be. But I did create a whole list, a TBR, of books I want to read just from doing all this research of like books I might be interested in buying. So I already downloaded a lot of them to my Kindle from my library, and then I've put holds on the other ones. So let me share first of all what I'm currently reading. I'm in like the last half of Redeeming Love by Francine Rivers. This is like a Christian historical fiction romance. It has a lot of like categories it could fall under. This is my third time reading this. I read it first in high school and then in college, and I'm reading it now because it's getting turned into a movie and it comes out like in 2 weeks or something like that. So I'm really looking forward to watching the movie. I'm still really enjoying this book. Like if I can read it 3 times, obviously I like it, and I think I'll probably see it maybe with my mom and grandma or something. I had my grandma read this book too, and I also gifted this to my mother-in-law, so like I have everyone reading this book right now. But this, if you don't know, is like takes place during the California gold rush following this farmer named Michael, and it's kind of like a story of Hosea in the Bible. So he was a prophet who was told to marry a prostitute, and that's basically what happens with Michael in this story. And so he marries this prostitute named Angel. It's her redemption story, and from like the life she lived, but also like she just has so much hurt, and she has like such a horrible like childhood and upbringing, and like everything that's happened to her is just so dark, and working through everything that's happened to her and like that's been done to her, and falling in love with her husband and learning about God, and it's really good. Yeah, so would recommend if you haven't heard of it or read it and that sounds interesting to you. I do really like it. So for an audiobook, I was so shocked that it was available to listen to right now. So Stanley Tucci came out with like a memoir. I forget what it's called. It's like My Life Through Food or something like that. And I actually didn't check to make sure that he's the narrator for the audiobook. I am gonna start that audiobook probably today, this evening, and it's pretty short. It's like 7 hours, so I'll probably finish it pretty quickly. And then after that, well, we'll just figure that out later. But for now, I need to do some tidying up because Penny's gonna wake up any minute now, and I'll probably be reading a little bit later this evening, but I'm gonna have a nice evening. I got my Walmart groceries, so I need to get dinners and all that prepared, and taking it very simple this week because this whole past week with company and Christmas, it kind of was a lot. So having a nice simple week, the week between Christmas and New Year's, hopefully will be that. So anyway, that's all for now. I'll check in later. Alright, I have a couple of updates. The first being my booster side effects. It's been 9 hours since I got the shot, and I am feeling like a little bit achy. It's very, very mild. It's nothing I need Tylenol for or anything like that, but I'm definitely I just feel kind of achy, which is okay because it's at nighttime now. I'm just gonna read, fall asleep, and hopefully I'll wake up and feel totally fine. Also, I started listening to Stanley Tucci's audiobook. Big mistake to start it once Penny woke up because it's really good and I just want to keep listening to it, but there's no way I can listen to it and be with her because she's constantly talking to me and it's just impossible. But I'm loving it. Like, it's done so well. He's so witty. The story's about his childhood and how it all comes together around food. I just love it, and I love that the audiobook is narrated by him. It's a really good book. Like, I think I'm only 10% in and I already feel like it's gonna be just a 4 or 5 star read. So I'm gonna keep listening to that, but in the meanwhile I am going to get back into reading Redeeming Love by Francine Rivers. I don't think I'll finish it tonight, but if I don't finish it tonight, I may be able to finish it tomorrow morning. And then I'm just cozying up. I made a cup of hot chocolate too, just because I'm feeling kind of like right now. I just need like all the coziness. So I'm gonna read, drink my hot chocolate, and I guess I'll check in tomorrow sometime. Hey guys, so it's actually almost exactly 24 hours since my last clip, but I gotta tell you, I ended up having some side effects from the COVID booster, and so I was not feeling super great last night. Like, after I filmed that clip, it was just the start of it, and then I got like a fever and chills and that. And today I've been pretty good for the most part, but I started feeling kind of cruddy again in the afternoon. I've just been a little tired. So today has not been that bad, but I'm really just hoping tomorrow, I mean, I know tomorrow will be fine, but I'm just glad it's all over. So that's why I didn't really do any vlogging, because I just was not feeling 100%. But I did end up finishing Redeeming Love by Francine Rivers. Still so good. I cannot wait for the movie. I think it's gonna be amazing, and I really am gonna be noticing the changes now because I did just reread it, so it's all very fresh in my mind and I do want to see it sooner rather than later. So I finished that. On to my next. I am reading, actually a buddy read with my friend, Eternal by Lisa Scottoline. This is a World War II historical fiction. Besides that, I don't really know what it is, but I was actually looking on Goodreads for some inspiration for more books to read because I've just been focusing on Christmas reads and holiday reads, and I needed to get something different, obviously, now that the holidays are over. And this book was actually in the historical category for like book of the year, so it was nominated. So I didn't even know, like, I've never even heard of this book, and I'm excited to read it, especially because I had been reading, before Redeeming Love, I've been reading like so many lighthearted romances, and I'm ready for like something a little bit deeper and something with like a little bit more to it, which Redeeming Love was perfect for, and I just kind of want to continue with that. So I'm gonna get started on reading that, and I have been listening to my audiobook, the Stanley Tucci one. It is so good. I really like this. I definitely would encourage you to read this as an audiobook if you are going to pick it up and you like audiobooks, because like it's him narrating it, like it's just fantastic. We went to the park today, and so I had like a good chunk of time where I was able to listen to it, and then a few car rides where I was able to listen to it as well. I'm gonna get to reading now and enjoying the rest of my evening. Alright, so I'm just here to try out this Tension Tamer Celestial Seasonings Herbal Tea. My friend told me that this stuff is legitimate, like it's guaranteed to relieve tension and stress. So I'm really curious to try this out, although I'm a very bad test subject right now because I have like zero stress or anxiety. Like, it's the end of the night and I'm very chill right now, but I wanted to try it out. Nathan is going to be doing some like practice tests for his licensure exam, so he's really going to be the one who we can get an actual reading on, like if this tea is effective or not. It smells very pepperminty because the second ingredient is peppermint, and then cinnamon, ginger, chamomile, lemongrass, licorice, catnip, flowers, natural lemon flavors, blah, blah, blah. But the first ingredient is that word that starts with an E that I don't know. Eleuthero? Anyway, I'm excited, so let's get some tea ready. And it was only $2.50 from Walmart, so like if this works, I mean, I'm gonna have this in my house forever and always. So now we wait. All right, please state your tension level on a scale of 0 to 10.
Just like right now, or just like in life?
No, like if you're gonna take your test, like after this.
I'm gonna take my test.
What's your tension level?
Yeah, like a 6 or 7.
Ooh, okay.
Not like super high. I feel like that's.
Let's see what this does. What time is it? Okay. It's 8:36. It's not gonna focus because it's so bright. So, probably like by 9 o'clock. Hopefully you'll be feeling effects of the tea, and we'll check back in, and let's hope you're at like a 2.
Sure.
Okay, cool. So are you feeling calm?
Calmer?
Like it made a difference, like you felt it?
Yeah.
Like I felt like it when it hit me, you know?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, so
pretty chill.
I'll definitely try under stressful circumstances next time to get a full readout, but
yeah,
we'd recommend it. Sure. I guess.
Yeah, I'll give it more tries.
Yeah. Hey guys, so it's a good bit later and I have reading updates, but I wanted to share first. So I went to Target because I wanted some Valentine's Day stuff. I've never really like decorated for Valentine's Day, but with Penny, her birthday is just 2 days after Valentine's Day, and so I thought it would be fun to like really celebrate that holiday, and I think just for like kids especially, that's such a fun holiday. The one thing, I have also found something so cool at Target, but let me first share, I did end up getting this pillow, which I do really love, and I changed out the pillow in her armchair in her room, her rocking chair, so I thought this would be perfect for Valentine's Day. Obviously it's like super adorable and I love that, so I did find something really great. Then I found this throw blanket. Like I have no business buying another blanket, but I just can't help myself, and blankets are so cozy and I love feeling cozy, so I went ahead and bought another throw blanket. I have like a few in this Threshold brand line, but just a new blanket. And then I got some little fake potted plants because my rooms need a little bit more greenery, and I'm not about like keeping anything living. But the coolest thing I wanted to share is from the Target Dollar Spot. I was in awe when I saw this. So it's this pair of bookends and they're little houses. I don't know if you can like really tell, but they're so cute. And now getting into my book updates, I am so close to finishing Stanley Tucci's book. I think I have 30 minutes left. Let me pull it up. 24 minutes left, and I am listening to it at normal speed, so it will be 24 minutes. And this book is so good. It's a book that I don't want it to end. Like I want him just to keep sharing these stories with us and sharing recipes, and I'm just enjoying the heck out of it. Like it's for sure a 5-star read. And my mom's started reading it too. I got it for her because my grandfather is Italian Canadian. Both of his parents moved over from Italy to Canada, and so there's so much in this book because he's Italian American, and his family lives in New York, and just his experiences and sharing that with my mom because she grew up like with my noni and how they ran like their Italian household and their cooking traditions and everything like that. It was just really fun to talk with her about it because she does have like a lot of experience growing up kind of Italian Canadian like that. And yeah, it's a great book. Like I love it for foodies especially. Like it's memoir-ish, but it's really about food, and then like he tells stories through meals that he shares. So I think it's just a very well executed book. The audiobook is incredible, like absolutely incredible. So for sure would recommend doing the audiobook for this one, just because I love hearing it all in his voice. But the only downside is the recipes, you can't like actually see them physically. So I feel like it's like, maybe it's a both situation, like you own the book and then you also listen to it. I don't know, but wanted to share with that. And then my book Eternal that I'm reading with my friend, I'm over 50% through. She's like way ahead of things, so I just have to share this text she sent me. At 78%, she says, I'm feeling something's really bad gonna happen, blah, blah, blah. And then a few minutes later, like literally 10 minutes later, she texts me, okay, yeah, now I'm sobbing. And so I just know that's in my future. So like in this book, it's like the first half of the book is leading up to Italy entering World War II. And it's like the years before. And then I guess the second half is gonna be when Italy is in World War II. And yeah, I mean, things are like not great, obviously, and there's so much tension because all these different characters have different backgrounds, like politically and religiously. So Sandro, he is Jewish, and so obviously he's being persecuted during like the Mussolini rule and like leading up to World War II. And then one of his friends, he actually works for the government, so like there's a lot of strife there. So it's very conflicted all around, but it's a really interesting and gripping story. So my goal is to finish that here within like the next 2 days. And I mean, I feel like, you know, the second half of the book always goes by that much quicker, so I do think I'll be able to finish it. But yeah, those are my reading updates and my shopping updates. I just remembered I meant to share my book of the month unboxing. I just walked past it on the table. I haven't opened it yet because I've been waiting. Also, I'm reading other things, so I'm not in a super big rush. But let's open my box. I did get an add-on this month, and I got like some pins. So let's see. Oof. There we go. I'm so excited. I have my bookmark, says Put Me in Coach. I love their bookmarks. I have my little jar that I store all of their bookmarks in when I'm not using them, obviously. Here are my pins. They're little bookmojis, the little pins. I do have a canvas tote bag. I have like my Shakespeare & Co. bag, and then I also have like another bookish canvas bag, so I'll definitely be using the pins for some of those bags. So then my book of the month was The Magnolia Palace by Fiona Davis. I haven't read anything by Fiona Davis, but when I looked her up on Goodreads, I saw that she'd actually written a lot. So this is a historical fiction. I have been in a historical fiction kick. I'm reading one right now. I just finished one last week, and then I will definitely be getting into this one. If you also selected this book, let me know. We can maybe read it together. I do plan on reading it like within the next week or so. So I'd love to hear if you got this one and we can read it together / talk about it, because I'm really excited about this. And then a book that I've been meaning to add on to my book of the month box forever is Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. So as you've probably already known, I'm obsessed with this book. This is my favorite book of 2021, and I read it on my Kindle. My husband and I both wanted to have a physical copy in our collection because it was my husband's favorite book of last year too. So I did decide to go ahead and get the physical, but honestly, if I reread it again, I will probably read the Kindle version again because I just love reading books on my Kindle so much. But anyway, now we have this beautiful edition that I can just stare at and like lend out to people too. Okay, now for reals, I'm gonna put all my stuff away and do another check-in once I read a bit more. Hey guys, so a reading update. I finished both Taste and Eternal. So both of them were 5-star reads, and for my first reads of 2022, that's pretty amazing. So I'm really happy with both of them. They were honestly both so different from each other. Like Taste was like part memoir, part cookbook, part just like, I don't even know, like short story little roundup. And then Eternal ended up getting really heavy, as to be expected because it is a World War II historical fiction. But I just never read one that was set in Italy, and I never learned about the Jewish population in Italy and what they went through under Mussolini's reign, and then like as the war went on, what ended up happening to them. And it was just a very heartbreaking read. But like the last quarter of it for sure. Like, you just cannot put it down. It's just so much tension with all of your characters that you've grown to love for the whole book. So such a good historical fiction. Definitely read it if that's something that you like. My next read is gonna be something really different for me, and that's Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. So I wish I had the physical to show you because I think this book is just absolutely beautiful. But I also really wanted to read The House in the Cerulean Sea or Under the Whispering Door, but they're both not ready for my library yet. I've just seen so many people talk about them, and they describe them by like saying that they're like a warm hug, and I feel like that's the kind of book I want to read right now. I'm gonna like get into a whole different headspace with kind of this like young adult fantasy-esque setting. I don't think it's like high fantasy, and it does sound like it's really gonna just take me away, and that's what I want. So if you can see the pile of clothes, so I don't know if this is January for you, but I always like go through my closet and get rid of a ton of stuff. So I ordered like a label from ThredUp, and I'm gonna send out a box with all of this lovely stuff to just free up my space in my dresser and my closet, and I'm really happy with that. And I have some stuff to take to the secondhand store too. But anyway, I just wanted to share these. I love all types of organizational and cleaning and inspiration and stuff like that. So if you have a closet that hasn't been looked through in like 6 months, it's time to go through your stuff again, because there's always things I feel like you can find that you're like, I don't really need this anymore. So I am gonna eat something. I don't think I ate lunch today, so I'm gonna eat something, maybe read a little bit. I don't know, Penny's probably gonna wake up soon, and we'll see how this book starts. I'm probably gonna end this vlog soon, but I at least want to like start the book, see how I like it and all that, and I'll check in later. I wanted to share my little shelf with my little houses. Aren't they so cute? Like, obviously I need to rearrange the shelf, and like I need more height probably here, but I just threw that together like with what I had and like the plant I just got and everything. So anyway, I feel like that shelf is just kind of cute, and I'm obsessed with those bookends. Hey guys, I'm gonna be ending the reading vlog here. I actually finished reading Once Upon a Broken Heart like over a week ago, somewhere around there, and I've just completely forgotten to vlog, and I've just been so out of doing vlogs that I feel very rusty at it. So I'm sorry that this like first vlog back in a very long time has been just like kind of weird, but I'm gonna try to do a few more of these. Like maybe once a month can be a goal for me, and like I'll get back into doing them and like remembering to film, because I just kept forgetting that I was doing a vlog. And so it's actually like the 16th of January right now, so I think this took like 3 weeks to make. But anyway, I wanted to wrap up my thoughts on Once Upon a Broken Heart. So I really enjoyed this. Overall, I gave it like a 4-star, and I love just reading a young adult fantasy novel. It just felt so reminiscent of my high school years, and even like I read young adult fantasy for a very, very long time, but there was something so nostalgic and wonderful about it, and I really wanted something that was just gonna take me out of like our world right now, and that totally did it, because it's an entirely different world. There's magic and magical beings, and it just was very transportive in that way, and I just got so sucked into it, and I had no idea what was happening. I felt like the entire plot was just constantly a surprise. And there is a book 2 coming out, I think in September of this year, so I'm definitely going to be continuing with the series, because I just found it to be very, very enjoyable. That's going to end this reading vlog. Thanks for watching, and happy reading that I really enjoy. So